Okay, we got the gap is filled here. I put a piece in here because this was moved forward, and you can see right there it's all smooth. I put a piece over it and welded it all in. This is I'm gonna leave this kind of rough. I'm not gonna fill in and grind this because this is where the glue is gonna go, the urethane for the windshield frame. So I don't think there's any sense in getting that real nice just to cover it up with glue. And this is all done. The piece is put in, and I'm starting to work on the cowl. You can see I got the extension in to make it wider. It's only tacked in with a couple of strips over there and right here now. Let me get on the other side. I want to show you something. Okay. What I had to do is I had to make a new piece here. This is just roughed out. It's cut. It's going to be ground and smooth. But I had to make a new piece. And it started out with a piece like this. I made a template out of cardboard. And then what I did was this. I put it on a block of hardwood, and I used a hammer that has a crown. It's round. It's not flat. It's round here, like a radius. And as soon as you start tapping it, the metal starts to curve. So that's what I did on this side. I got it to curve this way, and I got it to curve like that, and there's how it tapers down there. But this bend here, I had to get it to come really tight, so that's why I sliced it and then tapped it in, and then I just ran a series of tacks all the way along to hold it. Now what I'm going to do is right here, I'm going to put a thicker piece of metal on the inside to the body. I'm going to put a screw right here because this has to come off so I can get the windshield frame out. If I ever have to replace the windshield frame, this has to come off so I can get underneath there to cut the urethane. So I'm going to put like a bolt here, and then what I have to do up top here, as you can see, this piece here is curved, yet this piece is basically straight. So what I got to do is I got to add something in here, so this will go to the top of this, and it'll be maybe 4 or 5 brass screws going in and holding that top down. And I may put a brace down in the center of this underneath here, maybe going from here bolting to here, just some kind of brace. But it's coming along, and this is the same thing here. I did the same thing with this. This was I made this one first, and you can see it matches the curve pretty well. And I did the same thing just by tapping on it lightly. You don't have to pound it hard. Just have to keep tapping it and just go back and forth, and it just starts to curve. If you need more curve in one area, you just tap in that area. I was going to use this, but this turned out to be way too thick. It wasn't going to line up flush with the top. It was going to sit above it, because what I do, I don't know if you can see it inside here. What I do is I tack a piece on the inside, and it's half on the cowl, the original cowl, and it's half on the new piece. So I'll tack it first to either one, and I get it all lined up, and then I tack it here, and that holds it. Plus this is also like a backing. I did the same thing on the other side. It's like a backing, so when I weld on the other side, it less chance of it burning through. So now I get to this side, and I've got a piece of metal on the back side of it, and I can just weld right down through. And it helps hold it in place too while you're welding. And it came out too bad. I mean, it's going to be. This is rusted really bad. I should have made a whole thing, but I think it'll be okay for a semi rat rod. I think it'll be fine. In fact, I've seen some rat rods I could probably just leave it like this and it'd be perfect, but that's not what I want to do. I want it a little bit better than a rat rod, but not as good as one of them $20,000-$30,000 cars. But yeah, I wanted to show you how I did this. This is the second piece, and this is going to be, I'm going to have to trim off here to get it to fit. But it's going to go kind of like that. And I have to cut this off and do the backing piece underneath. And then to get this to curve down, I'll have to slice this too to get the rest of the curve. But it's going to be okay. Cool. And that's what it looks like with a cowl. Not too bad. Looks kind of neat. I don't want to drill the holes in there. Some guys put holes in across the top. I think I'm going to leave it just the way it is. Just clean it up, fill it, primer it, and paint it. It's coming along good.